I guess for both of you or either of you, whichever, how much is it all starting to feel real for you right now, and how much pressure do you feel as I guess, the host team going into the first game?
Well, that or two. Um, I don't know. Like, I think the group's been pretty focused on like the task at hand. To be honest, like 2 days ago, we were playing a National Hockey League game here, and now all of a sudden, there's a Super Bowl, and all these guys are coming in, and you're trying to overload these guys with information, and so there's just been, I don't even know if there's been enough time to even think about is there pressure or anything like that. And, what is pressure? It's something you put on yourself. And, for me, the group we have, I don't know, I'm really excited to be around this group and to see what we can do. And I think there's expectations of being a Canadian and wearing the flag and representing this country and how proud we are and what we're doing. But you can't wear that as a burden. You just have to go out there and play the game you love and work your tails off and see what happens. And there's a lot of pride in the room, but I don't feel at all that these guys are feeling like this immense pressure. They're a confident group ready to go to work, and they're sponging stuff in, and it's been a fun group to be around.
Right side, there we go. John, Ryan from TSN. Can you confirm a starting goaltender for us today?
Jordan Binnington.
So when you have those conversations, how does that go with Jordan when you let him know that he's got the net? And what's his reaction?
Well, he didn't say, "Are you sure?" No, it was not what he was. Naturally, he was really excited. He's a confident kid, and he wants to be in that spot. And I think, this wasn't sitting here saying this decision was made months ago. I mean, there's a lot gone into this decision, but this kid's played in some huge moments and some big games, and he's a competitor, and not that the other guys aren't. I mean, these other guys are ready to go if anything happens. But George's been our guy, and that kid's got fire in the belly. He's a competitor, and we're really confident in him.
Left side, second row.
Steve Wonder from Associated Press. Don, you've watched Connor McDavid from afar for years in the NHL. How much are you looking forward to, in a very general sense, this tournament, maybe Milan next year, seeing him in a Canada uniform in a best-on-best tournament, and kind of what do you expect out of a player of that caliber?
Well, Coop alluded to it. I think the guys are excited about the environment that now had the opportunity to play in and play together for the first time in a long time, first time for several of them. And Connor, like, you see when you watch him play in the National Hockey League, like, it's just pure excitement, what he can do on the ice, and the players that get a chance to play with him, they can't be passengers. They can't wonder what's going on, because he has that awe about him. And I think every guy's excited to see him on this level, on this stage, and really taking a leadership role at Hockey Canada now and moving forward.
Left side, fourth row.
Hi, question for John. Guillaume Lefrançois of La Presse. Very simple question, but what's it like to coach Sidney Crosby, and how would you compare the level of interaction that you have with him compared to other elite players that you've coached in your career?
Well, I'll sit here and say the interaction started when I was named head coach, and so it's every time we've gone to Pittsburgh, I've met with him. After the game, we text messages, phone calls. There's been constant discussion. So, I could make an argument I've talked to him more than our own captain in Edmonton. So this has been something that, for me personally and Don, communication is a big part of this, and developing relationships and finding out how these guys work. And Sid's a big part of that. And Sid's seen things that I haven't seen on the international stage. I mean, he's been a part of these. So as much as I think, how I see things going, it's great to have a perspective, somebody that's been there and done that. And so there was been a lot of communication between the two of us. And I said this yesterday in the press conference, there's no shock or surprise about why this kid has won as much as he has. There's not a flaw in him in any way. And it's, talk about cool things to be a part of. This cool thing to be a part of because, he's here.
Right side, second row.
John, what's the balance you think in this event for you as a head coach in terms of giving your original game plan a chance to find its sea legs, and yet every game feels like an elimination game right off the hop? It's just a short event. So is this working? Is this working? Do I have to change it? How do you think you're going to feel that out in the moment?
I guess it's hard to say until you're in the moment. Part of coaching, or a big part of coaching, is preparation and planning. And we've done that. Now, the other part is, expect the unexpected. And so, you're putting this puzzle together doesn't mean all the pieces are going to fit. And that's, our job is to find what pieces are going to fit. And you have to find it in short order. We don't have an exhibition games. We don't have, the first 10 games of the regular season. This is it. And the other big thing is not to force things. So if it's, don't be afraid to make a change. And we've talked to players about this. And sometimes you have to go on instincts, and every decision we make, it's not personal. It's decisions made about having a chance to win. And I think the guys really understood that of, hey, we're doing our best just as you guys are. Hopefully the chemistry is there with everybody, but if it's not, we're gonna make moves. And the guys are all well aware of that.
Right side, Sandy.
Don, Josh Clipperton from the Canadian Press. Just go back to the goalies. I know it's been 2 months since you picked the guys, but can you just bring us through the process of how you came to those three guys? There's obviously guys with better numbers in the NHL now, but being 2 months ago, what was the process with Jordan, Aiden, and Sam?
Well, I mean, we knew that we were making a goalie decision, as we did with the rest of our team, maybe arguably earlier than you'd like to allow players to see who might have a hot hand. But the fact is, two of these guys have won the Stanley Cup. And so, I had a front row seat for watching Jordan Binnington rise to that occasion. So we have no qualms about which goaltenders are going in the net. And Sam has been an up-and-coming goaltender that Hockey Canada has followed for a long time, played the World Championship, success there, plays on the biggest stage in one of the hottest markets as we are here in Montreal, very comfortable in this environment, and has been like a sponge, through the whole process of getting here. And so there's growth opportunity for Sam as well as confidence in all three guys.